Okay, Nick and Andy, we need to talk about Marcus Rashford and his future at Manchester United. Where should he go? Where is he going to end up? Because at the moment, Nick, he's not going to play at Manchester United. Hasn't played since December the 12th, out of Ruben Amorim's plans. There's reports about him going to AC Milan on loan, some talks there. Also, Como in Serie A, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund. A lot of links right now, and clearly he needs to move on, right? I mean, what needs to happen here? And I guess the difficult bit is his wages, his contract to United, and how many teams can actually afford to take him on. We've seen this before with Man United and star forwards, right?
Yeah, that's the big question, 100%, because I think anywhere he goes, if he has any desperation in his career whatsoever, which I think we all believe he does, I think he's going to show up and do the work, and he's going to have to meet new people and be on his, I don't want to say best behavior as if he's this problem child, because I don't think that's the case, but you show up to a new place and you do the job. And I fully expect him to have a bounce back. We've also seen players who were deemed malcontents at Manchester United just recently go somewhere and look great in Sancho. So wherever he goes, and AC Milan, in the sense, has been a little bit of the island of misfit toys. We've seen Pulisic go there and shine. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has gone there and shine. Olivier Giroud showed up and shined. And not that these players were bad where they were before, but it's been a place for fresh starts. So I think Milan would be a good fit.
Yeah, Tammy Abraham as well, right? Most recently. So, yeah. Andy, I mean, what are you thinking, mate? Because in my head, Dortmund would be kind of a really good opportunity maybe for Rashford to go somewhere and be the main man in a kind of welcoming environment that's still at the top level, and he'll get a lot of chances, score a lot of goals. It's the finances, right? And I guess United really need to shift him on in order to strengthen their squad. And there's even reports about, Højlund, Garnacho, Meno, like maybe trying to sell some of these players to generate some revenue to spend because of the situation they're in. So clubs know that. They know they're pretty desperate to get rid of Rashford given the situation. So it kind of feels like there's a deal here to be had. And I guess whatever happens, Rashford got his contract. It's a long-term contract. And if someone isn't willing to pay him what he's on at United, he's not going to go anywhere. So it's just a loan deal, right? We're seeing right now.
Yeah, it seems like that's the route he's going to have to go, at least initially, to prove that he can still perform at that level, because it's been a bit of time now, and I know he's had some injuries, and I think that has maybe robbed him a little bit of the top of his game. He used to be an elite dribbler in the game, and that's kind of not there anymore. That's also come out of the game a little bit, and I think the game has changed throughout the course of his career. And so I don't know, is he a center forward? Is he playing in off the left? There's a lot of questions about that and how he would fit into a team. But I think where he needs to go is wherever believes in him the most, whoever will give him the most confidence, because that seems the number one thing that's gone for him. Is it's not instinctive, it's not direct, it's not quick, it's thinking, it's slow, it's reacting to everything else. And when he was at his best, that's not the player that he was. He was get the ball, go at goal. How quick can I get this shot off? And we've not seen that for quite some time. So if there is a club out there that truly believes he can get back to that level and will give him the playing time in the squad, and we'll give him time, just time in general as well, to get his feet under him at a new place. Like, this is something we have to remember as well. It's an uphill battle for him, I think, at this point. When you look at his age, you look at the number of games he's played, the number of injuries he's had, the wear and tear on him, it's not a guarantee that he gets back to that level.
I mean, yeah, he's 27 and he has played like 10 seasons now in the Premier League, basically, since he burst onto the scene. But Nick, we're looking just a couple of seasons ago, or season before last, he scored 30 goals in all competitions. And we all know that there's a very, very good player there. He just needs the right environment, the right situation to thrive. And that clearly isn't at United. He released a statement saying he needs a fresh start, a new challenge. But he's only 27, which is crazy to me to think about what he's achieved already and how long he's been around for. Again, I think he should go to Dortmund, personally. I think this would be the best situation. If they can afford it, I think that would be a great fit. Where do you think he should go, mate?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I do like Milan. I just think in his case, it just has to be somewhere, and that's not me hedging. I really think he'd go anywhere, but we see this a lot in home countries. It's not just England. It's in the U.S., it's in France, and it's Spain. You burst on the scene at a young age. Name me more players. Harry Kane went longer, but name me more players, elite attackers, who get big at a young age and stay the whole career at that club. It feels like it doesn't happen that often. And I'm sure there are people screaming, well, what about so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so? But at least in the big six, outside of Kane, I don't even know who to pinpoint there.
Saka, I guess, is the only one recently, but hasn't even been around that long.
23, 22?
Yeah, so he's on that kind of Rashford trajectory of being at the same club for a long time. But Andy, what about you? Where should he go? If you could pick the next club for Marcus Rashford.
I like the Dortmund shout. I don't know that it would work there, but if you look at the processes that Dortmund go through and the way that they are thorough and the way that they set players up to succeed individually and to help the team, that's probably the best situation, period. Now, that's kind of irrespective of what Rashford can do on the field and you know what he still has left. But I think that probably would be the smartest place, because I think they would have the best plan.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And if you want even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.